Okay, guys, I'm back. I've got an absolute treat for you guys today. It's another F1 league race. I know that people have been dying for it. People have been DMing me. People have been tweeting at me saying we need more league race commentaries, and so that's what I've got here today. This one is my home Grand Prix. This is COTA, Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. I'm an American. And as an American, you don't get many opportunities to have a home Grand Prix, and so this is my home Grand Prix. It's also the home Grand Prix of most of the people in this league. This is predominantly an American league. We got one Australian guy. We got a couple of Canadians actually. I think we have an Italian American. We might have a guy who's in Mexico. I'm not positive about that. There was one guy. I think he might have left the league. Anyway, that's not important. Point is, it's my home Grand Prix. Of course, I want to show out for the fans. I also this is the second season that we've done in this league, and in the first season, I did not have a great performance at Circuit of the Americas. I got shunted in that first section of S's, and that was in that phase of my life where I was starting really poorly and constantly getting in trouble at the start. So since then, I've tried to do a little bit better and tried to be a little bit better at the start and try to keep myself safe a little bit. And I don't want to ruin it for you, but also I think I do a pretty good job here in this race. So just watch and you'll see. But you see my qualifying lap here. Really, I don't think it's that great. I think it was kind of a mid quali lap. But honestly, I don't have a ton of pace anyway compared to most of these guys in this league. So it's not like I was competing for a really high spot or anything. But P13 at the start, which is not terrible, but it gives me some room to work. So we get off the line pretty well, really. I think Circuit of the Americas, it's important to kind of stay outside here because there's a lot of scrum that happens, and you see some of the people in front of me. I get tapped there, but you see some of the people in front of me staying outside as well. Almost got an illegal overtake action there, but then the guy got past me again, so it was completely fine. I've got a little room in front of and behind me as we go through these S's, which I think is really important. And I'm not full throttle through this. I'm not like I don't. It's not pedal to the metal trying to get through all this. It's really honestly just trying to stay safe. You see me right there. Actually, I'm surprised that I got that place back, but I probably should have lost it because I was a little gun shy, trying not to hit Chris KYU in front of me. I get a pretty good exit right here into this, but not enough, I don't think. But I am up to P10 now, and I think everything has pretty much settled down a little bit here. We're all sort of in a little bit of stability, I think, and we've all sort of figured out our places. I don't see much chance to get past these guys right here, but I'm just gonna do my best and try to stay smart. Kenny Hitman Hart looks like he's a little hesitant here, but I do give him the room on the inside. He might have bumped the back of me, actually, right there, now that I'm watching it back live. But he lost a ton of time after he made contact with me, and I think he actually DNF'd very shortly after. I'm now retrospectively hoping that didn't have anything to do with me. I hope I didn't ruin his race. But I thought I gave him the room and kept it pretty clean. So if anyone disagrees, then say the word. So we get a virtual safety car here at the on the first lap. You see me skip a little bit there as we skip to the end of the virtual safety car. I'm up to P9 right now. Return to racing speed. Here we go. I'm pretty close to Hal here, but Hal's got a lot of pace, and he does have 3-second penalties, but it's also early, so I realize that he still has to pit. Probably served that penalty and everything. So I don't know that that's really that important at this stage of the race, but I'm really just trying to keep it clean. Try to maybe put some good times on the timer board. Maybe gain a few places here. I've got Big Rye behind me. Big Rye is one of the fastest, if not the fastest racer in the league, one of the two or three fastest racers in the league. I mean, guy's got a lot of pace. He's very consistent. He's won a lot of races here. Him and another guy are really the two main competitors, I think, for most of the wins when one of them is racing. So you see me get not a great entry into turn one there. I was a little bit hesitant and gun shy with Hal. I'm feeling the pressure from Rye behind me. Dude is a fast racer, and I feel a little bit uncomfortable here. You see me get some track limits there, but I am trying to hold him off. I know that he's faster than I am, but I'm absolutely not just going to let him through. I'm trying to catch up with Hal here, and like I said, Hal's got a lot of pace, but I felt like I was doing pretty well, and I knew that if I could stay within DRS range, then I would hopefully be able to strike at him on this long straight here. You see me get in DRS range, get DRS right there. I turn on the ERS as well, get some pretty good speed, get past him, and going into the turn. I'm not in the greatest position, but I think I managed to take it. I tried to cut inside to let Hal have all the room on the outside. I do think he got shut out there at one point. I don't think that was me. I want to say that maybe he had some slip coming out of the turn, and Big Rye absolutely sends it down into that turn. He messaged me after the race about it, and he said that, how'd you like my dive bomb? I mean, I think we were probably lucky not to make contact, but he went full send on it for sure, and it worked out for him, obviously. I think he would probably have gotten past me at some point anyway, but that was a gutsy little move that he pulled off there, so kudos to him. I'm back in P9, so I passed Hal, but got passed by Big Rye. Thought I might give Big Rye a go here at the inside. Not exactly the same dive bomb that he pulled on me, but I did give it a little go. He got past me pretty easily, honestly. That kind of freaked me out. The car stopped in the middle of the track. I don't know what the context was there. It wasn't a DNF, so maybe he spun or something. Big Rye is pretty much, I mean, he's going to be out of DRS range as we come up on this long straight here. So my race is no longer with him. My race was never really with him to begin with. I think he might have gotten disqualified during qualies, and he ended up well below where he should have been. I think he started P19 or something like that. And this is a guy who's, like I said, one of the 2 or 3 fastest racers for sure. I mean, if he's not starting in the top 3, then you have to assume that he got disqualified. I did go ERS here on this straight, but didn't have the DRS, so I'm not really within striking distance of him. I can feel Hal behind me and Ghost behind him as well. Ghost is another really fast guy. I think Hal might have had some sort of damage or something, wing damage, if I remember correctly. I don't know that you can really see it in the race, but I seem to remember him talking after the race in the Discord about having some wing damage or something. And it looks like he and Ghost have gotten into a little scrap or something back there. I don't know if they made contact or what, but I want to say half a second on Hal, a little over 1 second on Ghost, and now I'm a full 1.7 clear of Hal going into the 5th lap. So I don't know exactly what happened there, but I do like it. So not much happened there. So I gave it a little skip up until I went into the pits, and you see me tap the wall. I wanted to show you that. It ended up not getting me any damage, but it sure was a close one. I come out of the pits. I'm in P11, which I'm happy with because you pretty much have to assume that I will only gain places from here, given that I've pitted. And as long as I don't get into trouble, I should be fine. We had a little virtual safety car there. You saw me skip a little bit. The good news here is that I've got a full 13 seconds behind me to the guy in P12. I'm a little 2.5-ish seconds behind Boy for Jesus here, which is not necessarily doable. He's a fast racer as well, and if he gets into trouble, if he makes contact with somebody or something along those lines, I've got a real shot at catching him. But on pure pace, assuming that he keeps it clean and I keep it clean, there's no way I'm going to catch Boy for Jesus here. So I just really have to hope for some sort of misfortune, respectfully, for him to give me a shot, because I'm not going to get into DRS range on my own, certainly. And honestly, as fast as Hal is, I just want to stay in front of him. So, and Boy for Jesus actually does have a little scrap here with KB. I don't know that I get a lot of time on them, but it's to about 2 seconds there. We do pass a couple guys who are going into the pits. I want to say, yeah, so I go up to P10 there. Again, decently close here to a couple of guys in front of me. Chris KYU, I don't know what happened there. Maybe he spun or something like that, but he is He's within striking distance, 1.6 seconds, 1.5 seconds. And he's a guy, if you've watched any of my videos before, or if you race in the league, you'll know that Chris is a fast racer, but has a tendency sometimes to get into trouble, whether that be contact or just spinning or whatever. I think it's the classic balance between speed and consistency. But I don't know. There was some sort of scrap right there, and I get within half a second of Chris and Boy for Jesus, which is pretty mega, honestly. I'm happy with that. I got the ERS here. Do not have the DRS, but Boy for Jesus gives me a lot of room into that turn, which I did appreciate, but probably more than he needed to give me. And then he shot that one way wide, which made me wonder if maybe he's got some sort of damage situation going on, because he was not crisp on the corners like you would expect from him. And like I said, he's a good racer, so I have to think that there was some sort of damage situation going on, which would honestly make sense because I know that Chris and Boy for Jesus both lost quite a bit of time there in front of me, so it would stand to reason that maybe something like that happened. You see me here. Somebody goes into the pits. Yeah, Moose goes into the pits. Dirty goes into the pits. Ghost is coming out of the pits. So I'm P6 right here, but Ghost is coming out right behind me, which is honestly not that good. Ghost is a really fast driver. He seems to have only gotten faster since he's been racing in the league. So I'm not comfortable here. I will go ahead and tell you that straight up. I'm P6, but I have a second on Ghost, and that's not enough. It's honestly not enough. With the disparity between his pace and my pace, I know that that's not enough. So I'm in a little bit of a predicament here. I absolutely, I'm gonna do my best to hold him off, but I'm not stupid. I understand what's going on here. Dude's faster than I am, and he's going to catch me at some point. So you see Nasty Nate get the fastest lap up there up top. Good for him. Kudos. You'll love to see it. But one thing I will note at this point in the race, so Ghost is the exception here, but everyone else around me has some penalty time racking up. Chris has got a full 13 seconds. I feel pretty confident that I'm going to finish within 13 seconds of Chris, and so hopefully not be behind Chris. Hal's got a 6-second penalty, and he's 7 seconds behind me. So as long as he does not beat me by 13, as long as he doesn't gain 13 seconds on me from this point onward, I should be fine. KB's got 3 seconds, but he's 4.5 seconds in front of me, and he's a faster racer than I am, as most of the people in this league are. So I don't have a lot of hope to catch KB, but Chris, I do think I can stay within. Ghost, you see, is now 0.2 seconds behind me. So that could have gone better, but he caught me pretty quickly. Got a little switchback action on him. I was hoping to keep it right there, but he had a better entry, I think, into that, and he was kind of off to the races once we get into these S's here. But I gave it my best shot there. Just it wasn't enough. I need to get faster. Probably turn traction control off. I think that's what Ghost does. He's a fast dude. I'm also just not. I've been doing medium traction control for a while now. It's been like a week and a half. But I'm feeling a lot better on it, but I wouldn't say that I feel good on it. I mean, I'm still sort of hesitant coming out of a lot of the turns. You go into the corner, you come out. I've been burned a couple times with just cooking it a little too much and just sending it. So, I'm trying to be better about that, and I think it's getting better. But at the moment, and if you've watched my videos, you know this, I'm just focusing on consistency. Just got to be consistent. Just got to be smart. And the speed will come with more practice and just repetition, And I'm getting there. I will get there. But for the moment, I've got to focus on my consistency. So Ghost is pretty much out of range at this point. We're on lap 11 on P7. Ghost is over a second in front of me. He's not going to make a mistake, I'm assuming. Dude doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's a pretty consistent driver, so I don't have much hope there. But I do, of course I hope that he makes a mistake and I can catch up with him. But I skipped ahead a little bit here. You may have seen Jerdy was roughly 5 seconds behind me on the last lap that I was showing you. I think that was lap 11. Going into lap 14 here, Jerdy is a little over 1 second behind me. I'm P7. Jerdy's a faster racer than I am. I've got to do absolutely everything in my power to hold him off here. He's .9 seconds away. I know he's going to get DRS. He's within a second right now. The detection zone is coming up very quickly. I'm almost out of ERS. I'm not going to have DRS from the car in front of me. I'm getting pretty worried right here, and he absolutely sends me a gift. Look at this. He spins out of that turn. He just spins, man. He goes through 1.5 seconds behind me, but he does have DRS. You can tell he hit it immediately. I'm out of ERS right about now. I've got roughly half a lap left to go. He's a second behind me. He's faster than I am. So I'm just like, I'm somewhat worried right here. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to stay smart. I'm thinking, okay, if I can just, as long as I don't spin, hopefully I can keep him out of range of me. And I know I've got Chris in front of me who's got 13 seconds of penalty, so I should be able to catch him. Going into this last turn here, Jordy brings it down to roughly half a second, maybe 0.6, and I'm just able to pull out in front of him and secure P6 with the Chris penalty. But Jordy absolutely gave me a run for my money right there at the end. Really enjoyed this race. It was good stuff. I got points in my home Grand Prix, which of course you love, and it's like 5 races in a row with points, so we love it.